Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm, gunshots came from the
All right, fam, listen up. Welcome back to the channel. Had to hop on this one because DJ Vlad, the guy who loves to stir the pot, decided to step back into the spotlight and show everyone just how far he's willing to chase clout. You won't believe the lengths he'll go to try to go viral again. We call this the go viral or die trying energy he operates under whenever he wants to trend. He acts like his influence isn't enough, like he's missing from the conversation. So what does he do? He hits the internet with stuff meant to spark confusion and chaos. Capital C chaos. Controversy, confusion, and conflict. Vlad thrives on being in that mix. Now, the clip y'all saw at the start? That's from last year, when reports said the driver came forward and someone on Kelsey's team, maybe a bodyguard or part of Lane's legal crew, claimed they heard a confession about the shooting. That clip got recirculated and blew up in the media again. Vlad saw it as a chance to play games, troll, and poke fun, but here's the thing. He never said, "I'm joking" or "I'm trolling." Instead, he dropped claims like he's on Roc Nation's payroll, helped them hide the case, and didn't sign any NDA. The wildest one? He claimed, "Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They bribed the jury to convict Tory and even paid off the judge. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's album. They paid Megan's doctor to lie about bullet fragments. She was never shot. LA police, all on Jay-Z's payroll." And it doesn't stop there. Hold up. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory? Yeah, he insinuates someone paid him too. He even dragged the Supreme Court into it, claiming all 3 judges denying Tory's appeal were bought off by the Rock Mafia. Vlad says Jay-Z paid Trump not to pardon Tory, even though Trump can't touch state cases. But Vlad, he's saying, "I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me." And if you scroll earlier in his tweets, he actually claimed, "I'm seeing news that Kelsey's bodyguard admitted Kelsey shot Megan, not Lane's." Problem is, that bodyguard wasn't even with her that night. His story is based on a conversation he allegedly overheard. And remember, 98% of appeals fail. Listen up. This isn't about overturning Tory's conviction. If any of this were actually true, Tory would have stepped up and said something. Also, the Lane story doesn't even line up with the jail call where Tory supposedly apologized to Kelsey. Girl, you're kidding yourself if you think someone locked up is going to apologize to the person who put them there. And why would the alleged shooter even take a jail call with the person facing charges for that crime? He even admitted this was old news for May. But here's the thing, he left all the other tweets up afterwards. He kicked things off saying, "Hey, I got a confession to make." Yeah, sure. Jay-Z, Roc Nation, Vlad's just trying to insert himself into the conversation. With the following he's built and how long he's been in hip-hop media covering urban culture every day, he knows some of his audience is clueless. He knows some people will swallow whatever he posts, and now he's straight up playing on their intelligence. It's disrespectful, even if some of them already believe things that make zero sense. No matter how you feel about the case, whether Jay-Z or Roc Nation had any role or not, whether you think Tory did it or didn't, Vlad still jumped in.
And let's be real. To my understanding, he's always learned the way that Tory did it. He felt Tory shot her, which is why the conviction happened. That's been his stance, at least after the trial ended. But today, he sees this clip getting traction and doesn't debunk it. He keeps it live because it drives traffic. Clout chasing? Absolutely. He knows he's never landing a Jay-Z interview, knows Jay-Z won't engage, and he's not the #1 go-to for culture news right now. Shannon Sharpe, other talk shows, sports shows, they've got the influence and the impact. Sure, Vlad might have more subscribers, and yes, he's been in the game longer, but influence? He knows who's really running the conversation. That's expected. Does he have a core audience that might be bigger than others? Sure. But here's the thing, it's not really impactful. He even played this card last year when he jumped at Shannon Sharpe, trying to make it seem like they were in some kind of competition. This is my year, Shannon Sharpe. Shannon never responded. No interaction at all. He's salty because Shannon didn't show up for his interview. And let's be real, Shannon's got the biggest interviews on the internet. Vlad feels like that should be him. He feels like he should be landing all the A-list celebrities. Why is everyone going to Shannon Sharpe? Meanwhile, Vlad's stuck with 6ix9ine. Yeah, he had a big interview with 6ix9ine, then a few more, but nobody in the culture cares. Nobody's watching. And when I say the culture, I mean the real culture, the lifestyle, the everyday people in the Black urban community in America. They're not talking about the 6ix9ine interview. It's not getting reposted everywhere. It's not being shared. You're not hearing about it in the barbershops. No one's saying, yo, you seen that 6ix9ine interview? That's what happened with Cat Williams. That's what happened last year with the Thug interview, Big Bank, and other moments in the game. Vlad isn't creating those cultural moments. So now he's chasing these types of moments. It's clout chasing. It's, I need attention. It's, hey, I'm making money, I'm successful, but I know I don't have the impact I once had. Everyone in his lane is moving past him. So he leaves this up with zero journalistic responsibility or integrity and talks like Jay-Z really paid him. Knock it off, dog. But hey, y'all do what y'all want. I hadn't covered Vlad in a minute, and y'all know why. If you know, you know. I can't even use the actual names I used before to describe those guys anymore if you were wondering why. That's that. We'll have more on this situation later. Maybe. Drop your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.